Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we're here to talk about rotary tools. Now, specifically, we're going to be talking about the Tilswall rotary tool here. Now, we've talked about their tools before, usually in the deals of the week. They're one of these Amazon companies. I'm going to show you some stuff about this tool and why I like it and stuff, and what maybe some stuff I don't like it. But the fact is that the reason I wanted to do this video, because Tilswall asked me to do, hey, will you do a feature on a rotary tool? And I have a lot of companies that ask me that, and usually I say no. But I wanted to because a lot of you seem to think that these tools are grinders. I mean, now they've been around for a long time, okay? Rotary tools have been out a long time. Dremel's probably the most famous one out there, but of course, the price that goes along with your basic Dremel setup, $150, that's no small amount. And I gotta say, I'll be honest, they're not your grandfather's Dremels. I know, I had my grandfather's Dremel. This ain't it, all right? They're not terrible, okay? But the manufacturing, everything has gotten, they got to get the price down. They got to make their profit, corporations, all that kind of stuff. We get it. But I wanted to talk to you about tools like this, like the Tilswall, and why, they're doing it for, was it $46? There's a 20% off coupon, takes it down to, what is it, 36, 37-ish kind of dollars, somewhere in that range. Why this is, this tool, and maybe not even just specifically the Tilswall, but these general less expensive rotary tools, why there's something that you should consider. But before we get into that, let's jump into some of the video here, some of the action shots, and I'll show you, how to set this thing up, what all comes with it, and what I think about it. Now we got the rotary tool, Tilswall here. Your basic rotary tool. Get your on-off. Got your speed control, max, down to low, brush access, lock for your spindle, good overmolding. Not really good as a detail kind of device. Can it be used? I mean, this way it's almost more like a grinder. Comes with a nice accessory bag here. And of course, you got your manuals, all that good stuff. You got a dust guard thing there, an extra collet, spindle lock, rotary base. And then you also get a box of adapters, get some discs, get more discs. That's all that's in there. It's a nice, good case. Okay. First with these, how long you let them run, and don't block in these air poles here, okay? Because that motor, it needs all that air. You can feel it coming off there. You feel it. Feel up in here. Feel right in this area when it's getting warm. And it's not meant to run for that long. Got 1.3 amp, 120 volt, AC, 60 hertz, made in China, like all this other stuff. I'm letting it run here to see how long it runs until I feel it's too hot to use. That's the key. Turn it off. So some of the things you can do. Let's see here. Need the wrench. I love these little things. Well placed hole. Okay, now here I'm removing the collar, not the collet. This is the collar of the tool, and this allows you to put this little side grip thing on it. One note: there's two different collars. There's the standard one, and then you need the slimline one for using the side handle on it, and it just screws right on. I'll be honest, I did not think that just something like this would make it feel very solid. I thought it'd be really flimsy and such. It's not. It makes it, as soon as you get that tightened down, and you don't have to crank it down or anything. As soon as you get that on there, it feels really solid. And for a tool, one of my issues with these tools is that they're so big, it's hard to do detail work. Yeah, there's a little flashlight thing in it, whatever. This really does allow you to grasp it in a way that actually makes it feel like, hey, this thing's really controllable like this. I think it's a nice feature. I was surprised. Now let's talk about the flex shaft accessory, because this is one of my favorite parts of these tools. So what you want to do is you want to get that the center part of the shaft, pull it out a little bit so you can work with it. Don't worry, it flexes back and forth. And you want to insert it in the collet, tighten it down. But you want to have the collar off, not the collet, the collar, because that silver barrel part there, that's going to screw on like it's the collar. So you just tighten this down like normal. Again, don't crank on it. Just get it good and snug. And then you're just going to screw this on. It's kind of, a pain dealing with the whole flex kind of thing, because the whole thing wants to wrap around while you're doing it. But it's not difficult. You just get it on there, and then you just hang it from something by this little D-ring here. Now I'm using one of the clamps from this table inverted to dangle this thing off of. Worked pretty well. And this is what I love about these things, because it really makes it easy to use for detail work. Now, putting the bit into the end of the flex shaft on this is a little bit different, as there's no button to press to lock the collet in place. There's a little hole in the side, and you have to rotate the inner barrel, if you will, till the two holes, there's a hole in that, till that lines up. And then I just take one of the accessories, push it through in there, and that locks them both into place. And then you can take the wrench to this and lock it in just like you would with the other one. See, and then once you get this thing whole locked up and ready to go, this is where these tools really excel, is in this kind of setup. At least that's my feeling on it. I mean, this is a great setup to have on your bench and just leave it there. And, if you need to take it with you, you can. Well, there you go. As I said, you got to really be careful with the runtime on these things. They're small motors and a little housing there. They get hot. It's friction. It's a thing. There's no tool that you can just run forever. And that's what I find, is that people just run these things forever with a high workload. It's a small detail tool. It's not, a cement grinder or a concrete grinder or something like that. Look at it. It's for doing detail work. They never show you, tearing down some steel plate or something. That's not what this thing is designed for. But that said, there are a lot of other uses for it, and I like them. I like having them around. There's always a use for it. And I guess the pistol grip thing on it there, I was a little surprised about that. I thought it was kind of a joke at first, but after using it, if you're not using it with the connected, what do you call that thing, the cable connection there for the detail work, that little pistol grip thing actually makes these things way more easy to handle. I mean, the light thing, the flashlight thing, I don't know if I'd ever really need that, but I do like this kind of setup. Now, as I said, we talked about the Dremel, we mentioned that before. They've been around forever. I'm not knocking Dremel. I'm not saying it's not a good quality tool. I'm just saying I don't know if I feel it's worth $150, because I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's that same level of quality that I grew up with. And maybe I'm just being biased here, but just because they changed. How dare they change? But the fact of the matter is, these new rotary tools, I think they're a viable option for most folks. Now, Tilswall, as we talked about, Tilswall, I always mispronounce their name. We've featured their tools before, the multimeter, the great little multimeter there. They've got a nice little soldering station. I like the soldering station. It's on sale. Normally, it's marked down from, $43 to $40. Take an extra 5% off. That's what I like about these Amazon deals. There's something that's always on sale, and having a nice little soldering station like this on your bench is something that I think everyone needs to have. We talked about their paint sprayers. They got a couple of them. They got the HLVP, HVLP. I hate acronyms. Glue guns. Now let's talk about this glue gun. This is a fantastic glue gun because it gets hot and it squirts out glue. I mean, come on, it's a glue gun. It's a $10 glue gun, all right? Does it do what it's supposed to do? Pretty much. Is it going to burn you? Yeah, probably. Now, to be honest, if you're doing electronics, like I said, like the soldering station, and you don't have a glue gun, what are you doing? You got to get one. I mean, buy this one, buy another one. I don't care. They're, as far as I'm concerned, they're all pretty much the same. And a $10 glue gun looks decent. And they also have this laser thing. I don't know what it is with the laser. Everyone's coming out with these laser boxes. They all kind of seem to do the same thing. They all seem to work pretty well. I don't know. It's not something I worry about a lot, but they're just funny how much I see with these laser levels. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. I mean, the moral of the story here is, be kind to your tools. If it starts feeling hot, stop using it. Once you let that smoke out, that genie's gone. She's not coming back. All right. You got to be smart with your tools, and you got to have reasonable expectations of them as well. What they're going to do, and what they can do, and what kind of job they're meant for. As we say here on the Den all the time, it's the right tool for the right job. That's what you got to figure out. Anyway, I want to thank Tilswall a lot for sponsoring this video. Again, I don't normally take videos like this, but I thought it was a topic that I really wanted to address. That people are just they're pushing these things way too hard, and you got to, like the grinders, the cheap grinders from Harbor Freight and stuff like that. You got to understand the runtime of your tool. All right, okay, I won't harp about it anymore. I know I feel like your dad telling you that you've been bad, and don't you do that again. All right, you need to stop that. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.